Sometimes you might want to test if the function interacts with the files is working properly, but you don't want the test to change the directories or files in the real disk. Here's a way that you can create a fake file system in memory and test your code on that file system. That is when pyfakefs comes in handy. To see why this is useful, let's start with an example. Here, I have a file called test pyfakefs.py. In this file, I have a function called saveResult. This function creates a new file inside a specific folder, and then it writes the given result to a new file. To make sure this code works as expected, let's write a test for it. But how do we go about writing this test? First, let's write down what we want the test to do. Let's create a file called test_create_file. This test will call saveResult to save in a specific folder, in a specific file name, with a specific result. If this function works as expected, a new file will be created and the result will be written to this file. To test this, let's get the result from the file path, which is some folder, some file name, and we're gonna read the text from this file. And at the end, we're gonna assert if res is equal to a specific result that is written to the file. Okay, so this is what we want to test. But what should this folder be? We could test this on an existing folder, but this is not ideal because a lot of time we don't want to change anything in our real disk just for testing. That's why we're gonna use pyfakefs to create a fake folder. To create a fake folder with pyfakefs, you only need to insert 2 lines of code. First, have fs as the argument of your test file. Next, specify the name for your folder. In this case, I'll call this new file name to be myfile.txt, and the result will be the accuracy is 0.9. Next, we're going to create a fake directory using fs.creator and the name of our folder. Cool. Now let's replace these 3 dots with specific values. Now we have completed the code. Let's run this and see what we get. To run the test, we're gonna use pytest and the name of the file. Cool. 1 test passed. To make sure that the new file is not in our current directory, let's look at our current directory. First, we're gonna list all of the file and we're gonna filter by new. We can see that the new directory is not created in the real disk. It is only saved temporarily in memory. Pretty cool, isn't it?